Mm. All right. We
Hey,
are
boss, do you
live.
have a thumb? Can you send me a thumbnail?
We live, big dog. I'll send you a thumbnail. So,
Appreciate you, man.
hey, no problem, big dog. So we got everybody in the building. And we gonna be talking about this detailed, determined fix that Jalen Tolbert spoke about. And I'm gonna sit back and first I want to say this. This is my first time actually investigating content from my brothers. This is a very, very special day. I have broken down in my time of doing this Michael Gilkin, Clarence Hill, uh, obviously Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Mike McCarthy. But today, I got a chance to crack the code from my brother's interview. And this is so dope. So I'm going to sit back, Wes.
Fire.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hey, man, it is your boy West Coast, man, and we live in the building, man. Kind of caught me off guard. I thought we was gonna have a picture up there, but listen, man. Hey, you guys already know. Whenever we go live, it's a couple things y'all must do. First thing y'all must do is you must hit that share button, man. Hit that share button. You feel me?
Yep.
Why? Because sharing is caring. And like my boy landlord today. Ooh, my bad. As my boy landlord says, it does not charge your card. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys hit that share button. Also on Facebook, there's these thing called stars. On YouTube, there's these thing called super chats. You know what I'm saying? I need you guys to make sure that you guys hit those stars and hit those super chats. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we take those stars and super chat and we only do what y'all want us to do. And what is that? Make more content. You know what I'm saying? We are in the business of making more content and we need y'all help for that. So you guys already know throughout this show, you're going to hear things that you like. You're going to hear things that you dislike.
Yep.
We need you guys to show us by hitting that star button and hitting that super chat button. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're one of those people who like hearing your comments read over the air, I'm going to tell you, ain't too many guarantees in life. One is taxes, but I'm going to tell you this. If you send a super chat or you send some stars, we're going to try our absolute best to read your comment live on air. So make sure you guys hit that star button and hit that share button.
Yes, indeed. And the OG is in the building. Landlord, I see you, big dog. He's in the back. So, man, good to see you, big homie. So, also, if you yes, you looking at that right? That is Tuck's logo. Tuck, what's up, baby?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Like Cowboys Nation, man. I'm excited about this show, man. Boss
Me
called me
too.
after we both watched my brothers, Landlord and Henny and West Coast do this great interview with Jalen Tolbert.
Woo.
We both said, nah, we gotta go live tonight. We gotta go
Ooh, yeah.
live tonight. Because there's some things we gotta address, man. So we excited, Cowboys Nation.
Man, I'm excited, bro. This and Tuck, I don't think people know how big this is, bro. So
Yeah.
it,
This
it
is big. This is big, man, because we've been planting these seeds for some time, y'all. This
yeah,
for some time. So we definitely about to talk and dive deep because we got a lot of ammo. So, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all better hold on tight because we about to drop some bombs tonight because
yeah,
he pretty much sealed what we've been trying to explain to y'all for
yeah,
damn near over a year.
yeah. And we got Henny, man. Henny, what's up, baby?
Man, I'm out here. Oh, shit, I ain't got my name mic up here close by me. Can you hear me now, boy?
You sound good from the start.
Oh, shit. Well, hey, man, I'm over here just trying to live righteous, man. But I appreciate y'all for having your boy on, man. Yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Hey, I appreciate everybody for tapping in with me over here at the liquor store. I know we're gonna get drunk on this good Dallas Cowboy content together. And remember, everybody, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, you will get half off all the merchandise inside of the liquor store, man. We got gin, we got hen, we got whatever it takes to make it sin. So come on in, man.
Ooh wee. All right, there it is. So we finna turn on the lights. Let the lights come on. There it is. All right, so there. Oh man, so let me turn this down and we gonna get right to it. And once again, man, shout out to landlord, man. real quick. I want to give him a special shout out before we really get going because that was a big, big, big fish he landed, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot of answers that came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get right into it, bro. So we go into it with what happened first with West Coast question. So we go dig right into it, and we go break this whole thing down. Here we go,
But I was gonna say before we start, can I say something, boss?
man. Go.
And I said this off cam, like even though the Dallas Cowboys didn't win the Super Bowl, y'all, I feel like us as a content community, Dallas Cowboys content community, man, we won a championship, y'all. We've been putting out some of the best content, and just take me out of it. But just to see my brothers sit there and interview Jalen Tolbert and conduct themselves as professional and get so many great questions and feedback from them, man, like it's a special moment. So we're seeing it starting to happen a lot in our community, man. So salute to everybody, but salute to Landlord, Henny, and West Coast for this incredible interview. I was a fan. I was cheering for him from the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know Jalen Tolbert's been my guy out the gate, man. So salute to everybody in this Cowboys community because we cooking right now. We cooking.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. And hey, again, special shout out to Landlord for sharing in the wealth, man. You know, he definitely was able to get in contact with Tober's people, get that lined out, and he was, cool enough to let us join in the conversation, and get off on the content. So, I appreciate him for that.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing too. Then, since we kind of doing it like that, somebody first asked, "What is this collab called?" Tuck, should we tell them now?
I mean, go ahead and drop the banger, man. Go ahead and drop it. You know what I'm saying? Here, you might as well, bro. You might as well. You know what I'm saying?
DC. I forgot the name.
Right. We're going to the universe, man. We're going to go to
The
the
DC universe, baby.
What's going to call
It's the DC universe.
I think he got so caught up and he lost it.
I swear to God, bro, that was real too, dog. I didn't even feel like playing it off. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
man,
DC
but it's
universe, bro.
But, me
See,
and
cuz I
Boss-
doubt you froze on me.
No, I just forgot.
He goes up to the moment, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Tuck came up with that name today, bro. So it just went out my brain. But we just trust me, y'all gonna be seeing a lot more of this type of collabs. And the name is the DC universe. You know what I mean?
When y'all watch Endgame, man, and you saw Black Panther walk through, and then you saw Iron Man walk through, and Spider-Man, like you kind of got that feel. Like that's what we're trying to bring to this Cowboys community, man. Because a lot of us, we talk for hours behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We want to put this really in front of y'all because I know a lot of people love when we all collab. Now we all grown men, we all got busy schedules, right? When we got the time to kind of sync up, I feel like it only brings our community stronger together. So, we definitely going to work on things to kind of put everything and everybody in one collective spot. It might not be frequent, but we're going to do a lot more often than what y'all used to. So.
Trust me, we are. West Coast. Since everybody has something to say, we gotta hear from you.
Hey boss, can you verify on Restream that my Facebook is clicked on because it's not showing that we live on my Facebook. But other than that, man, shoot, we ready to rock and roll, man.
Let me double check, big dog.
Hey, one thing I like about I'm live. I'm live.
Yeah, my bad,
sorry about
bro.
that.
I did not click that one on.
No, I got a Cowboy neighbor. I got my neighbor's a Cowboy fan. And I got my studio door open. He trying to give me a shout right now. It's all good. Go Cowboys.
It's all good.
But,
go Cowboys. You know what's up.
Wes, I did not turn your Facebook on. My bad, bro.
Oh no, you good. You good. I was stalling for a minute. It's all good. I think we good now though.
But go ahead, man. We want to get your intro thoughts before we start breaking down this interview step by step.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like, the backstory on all this, man, is like, I challenge these guys, Landlord and my boy HTM to really use the assets that they've created to go out there and, and to start, getting interviews, and not even just interviews, but building relationships, man. So to just see it all come together, man, I think that was kind of a proud moment, for Landlord. But it was definitely a proud moment, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's a good thing. One thing I love about, when you give game or when you give someone something is you like to see people use it, bro. Like you like to see people use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that was the dope thing about all this is, there was tools that was put out there, a formula on how we could get, possible players to come on and give us some content. And I just wanted to first, give Landlord a shout out for, for using those tools and resources and bringing it to fruition. Now, as far as, Jalen Tolbert himself, man, like, one thing I love about these young guys is they're not going, since they're young, they're born with an IG page. Like as soon as he was born, he had an IG page. You know what I'm saying? So, this is this social media and talking and not, and just being honest with guys. This is their generation. And I love it because we're not going to have, I think I love Dak Prescott, but I think Dak is, and I know my guy, please don't get mad when I say this, but I think Dak is kind of like his generation is the last generation of the yes man, because these guys are articulate, they're smart, and they know how to articulate themselves in a manner that allows information to get out there. Because Jalen Tolbert, this interview was probably, in my opinion, it was more informational and more confirmational than anything that I've seen from Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones or anybody of those dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it that, you know what I'm saying? I'm scared for Jerry though. I'm scared for Jerry because
why you scared for Jerry?
Because man, Jerry ain't ready for this new generation of social media dudes. He ain't ready, bro.
Yeah.
Because he gonna try to grandpa him, and they gonna be like, nah, bro. I came in here with an NIL bill, bro. I've been rich. Nah.
Right on. Hey, so, all right, so I cut it up, and I just want to say one more thing before we start breaking this down. I feel 200% better from this interview, and I meant what I said. This was the interview of the year if you knew what you was listening for. Mm-hmm. Like, it confirmed that we are going in the right direction, and the key thing that he said we gonna start the show with: detailed, determined fix. So let me ask you a question. What are you fixing?
Something that was broken.
Something that was broken.
What was broken? Let's just say it. What in the world was? And before I say this, I want to say, first of all, he never threw Kellen Moore under the bus.
Right.
He was completely professional. You just had to know how to get the information and know that the information that what he was saying was a reflection of what was given to him.
Right.
So he was a first-class professional the entire time.
Right.
But you over here talking about a detailed, determined fix? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go.
As far as what we're trying to get done and what we want to do, as far as, we got new plays, obviously. And some of the plays, some of them we have the same, but we just,
Hold on real quick. Let me get it right.
Just what are some things that you feel that could just simplify this thing and get us back to just football, just wide receivers getting down the field, getting open? Because talent-wise, man, I don't see a wide receiver. I mean, there's some wide receiver rooms that got some ridiculous number ones, but there ain't too many wide receiver rooms that got number 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. So
yeah, for sure. Honestly, I think it's just more of a detailed, determined fix.
What?
Well, yeah. Bang, bang.
What are you fixing? A detailed, determined fix.
More of a detailed, determined fix as far as what we're trying to get done and what we want to do. As far as, we got new plays, obviously. And some of the plays, some of them we have the same, but we just, fine-pointed everything that we want to happen on the play. Is not so much left in the air for you to kind of decide or just wonder. It's
left in the air for you to decide?
It's literally like
yeah.
Everything is on, like, if you're looking at just a play on the iPad, every detail from the split to like the revolutions you taking stepwise to the depth to one or two.
Hold on real quick. I hit the wrong button. I got too excited.
No, you hit the right buddy.
Read to whatever, so you get more depth on one side than the other side because you're the third read or whatever. So everything is fine pointed and fixed to senses where when you're in a certain spot, you know what is asked of you, you know what the goal is of the play, you know where the play should go, you know what. So it's gonna help a lot of people play, faster, a lot of decision making to be kind of just thrown out the window where it's like, okay, I'm backside so I can get full depth instead of go shorter. And then, it is, say he does come back to you and you're already running back towards him, you're early. And now, the DBs, I mean, your separation in this league is, you get it for a second, but unless they fall or something, you're not really going to have true separation for longer than a second or two at most, So that I think that's a big difference. And like I said, that's just going to allow everybody to play faster, allow everybody to be on the same page. And that's what we've been working on, this far as OTAs and everything.
This
Let me start with you, Tuck.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love it. And the reason why I love it the most, because even though, you guys didn't throw Kellen's name out there, you guys knew what question to ask, right?
Yes.
And these are the answers us as Cowboys fans and also content creators really have been wanting to know, but we just haven't gotten it from inside the building. Y'all know specifically what to ask, and he went directly there. He felt like, and this is just not Jalen Tolbert, y'all. So it's not just enough versus Jalen Tolbert. Mike McCarthy had said this last year when me and Ball spoke about this, but it was just too much thinking out there. And what I want Cowboys fans to remember, y'all remember in 2020 with that Mike Nolan defense, they was doing 3-4 and doing all these crazy different things, and our defense just fell through the cracks, right? And then Dan Quinn was able to come in, simplify things, and then boom, we're off to the races, right? It's that same approach. Sometimes when you're thinking too much on the football field, it takes away from your God-given ability, and I feel like that's what happened to Jalen Tolbert last year, which he was stating in the interview.
Yeah, and I mean, you also got to make it also kind of makes sense too, because like an option routes offense is gonna be not conducive to a guy that is still trying to, in his words, still learn like coverages and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that when you scouted him, you would have took in consideration that the kid's only been playing football since 11th grade. Right. So since he's only been playing since 11th grade, I don't want to say this without
say it.
Because I don't want to say it while diminishing him, right? But realistically, for our system, he doesn't fit our system with Kellen Moore. Nope. He should not have been a guy that we should have picked, because we should have gotten a guy who has almost like a wide receiver or tight end. You know what I'm saying? Because you need a guy who really understands and where he's supposed to be. And a lot of those times, those guys aren't the most athletic guys. A lot of those guys are called possession receivers. And I'm going to tell you, when you're considered a possession receiver, that means you're slow, bro. Let's just be real.
And listen, hey, I do want to piggyback on what you said. Because you remember when we asked him, you had mentioned the wide receiving core being like a toolbox. And then you asked him what he brought to the table.
I got that question here.
Yes. That's what he had asked. And he described himself as something that they were not even utilizing him as. He described himself as a guy that was good at high pointing the ball, going up and getting it, going down the field. He said he likes vertical routes, and that's not really something they had him doing last year. You know what I mean?
At all.
So check this out. This is what's sad. Look at this. Look what I put in my notes last year when we drafted him. Jalen Tolbert seems to be a very exceptional receiver. He has all the things that you want to see in a receiver. Tolbert, high points. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was one of the best interviews because it shows you, to J Tuck point, that this content community is not crazy. What we were seeing, what he said about himself, and what was confirmed today from you guys was exactly what we've been seeing this whole time. This is awesome. Go ahead, Tuck.
I was going to say, when I did my scouting report, when I found Jalen Tolbert early, because a lot of people want to put him on my tab, which is perfectly fine. What was the title? Jalen Tolbert, deep threat wide receiver. Like, it literally said deep threat, right? So it's like, when you're doing
right here,
scouting
I got
report,
it.
he was a big physical guy that has big playability. could get separation, was tough, could play the X on the boundary, also play in the slot, change of speed, and he'd also return punts as well. So he did a lot of different things. But when he came to Dallas, like y'all saying, he wasn't asked to do any of that. So it's just like, I just don't know if the Cowboys drafted him with a plan. But you also got to think, who was the pressure of Jalen Tolbert was supposed to replace? He was supposed to replace Amari Cooper. That's just not his game. Like, he would have been more of a Michael Gallup, quote unquote, insurance policy than over Coop, and then just never used him in that capacity. So, I'm excited to see how they're going to use him this year.
Let me
Well,
go
I
to
mean,
that.
think about this.
Hold on real quick,
When
Wes.
Jalen Tolbert.
Let me go to this toolbox. No, go ahead, Wes. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say when Jalen Tolbert described himself, he described Jalen. He actually described Michael Gallup. So it's like if the Dallas Cowboys financially were in a position where they wanted to play Michael Gallup because they just gave him that contract, it almost kind of he kind of tells you right there why he didn't play. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy that they were kind of mimicking his game was kind of being forced to play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like they because I don't even think, I know for a fact Kellen Moore isn't, like, he couldn't use Tony Pollard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Tony Pollard is obviously a Swiss. It's obvious that he has multifaceted tools. So it's like when you have guys that are like one way and you already have a guy, I think since Michael Gallup was in a jersey and a helmet, I think Jalen Tolbert didn't have a chance regardless, bruh. Because their games are exactly alike. And the Dallas Cowboys were already so in on Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? So I personally don't think he had a chance in 2022. Like, hearing him describe his game, I'm like, dang, bro, you described Michael Gallup. But we don't need another Michael Gallup.
Check
Two
this
Michael
out.
Gallups.
I'm gonna show y'all something. First, I want to go to what y'all was talking about with that toolbox. We go talk about his game, and what this interview meant to his upside. So here we go.
No. What is a tool or asset that you feel that you bring that kind of sets you a little apart from this toolbox that's already kind of loaded? Let us know, man.
I think one thing that I do a really good job of, even when I was in college, is high pointing the ball, like my catch radius. So I think that separates me from the other guys. Of course, they can go, attack the ball in the air and make plays. CD has shown that multiple times, but as far as consistently doing it,
Oh, my bad. I was just showing them high point. My fault.
I think that's a strength of mine. And obviously working with those guys, I'm putting other things in my toolbox from, Brandon Cook's speed, CD's elusiveness. He's break tackles. He does a lot of yards after the catch, the way he moves. So, you just learn a lot. I think MG is another one that has a pretty good catch radius, and, he's coming back to himself again. So, I think that's one of my strengths for sure, is just catching away from my body, attacking the ball, going up and getting it. So I think that's one of mine.
Man,
Okay.
you're a much bigger dude than I expected. Like, they got you listed at 6'3", so when you say catch radius, like, I believe that.
No. What is a
So let's go around a circle and talk about, like, what now with this new information that we know. What do we expect to see? Let's just come out with it. What do we expect to see out of Tolbert? We go with you here.
Well, this year, man, because they are moving to a West Coast offense, because it's going to be more wide receiver friendly, because there's not going to be as much thinking. You're just going to be running your routes, maybe an over route or a slant. It's all going to be predicated on the depth, and the timing of the route. So, if it's a three-step drop, boom, boom, the ball should be out. You should be this far into the route. The ball should be coming to you. So, I expect, because everybody's going to have assigned roles, they're going to know where to be on the field, for this to be a little bit more smoother for both Dak Prescott and a guy like Jalen Tolbert. You know what I mean? Because we've seen Dak Prescott get busy with Cedric Wilson. We've seen him make Bryce Butler look like a number one wide receiver at times. We've seen him help Cole Beasley get paid, have Randall Cobb have a resurgent season. So I don't expect there to be any reason why Jalen Tolbert can't step in and have a productive season himself, especially with everything set up around him. Dak Prescott being healthy, they're talking about playing their best 5 offensive linemen, so you'll have some protection up front so these pass plays can develop. So I feel very strongly about Jalen Tolbert having a resurgent season, especially away from option routes.
Yeah, and there's another question that was asked at the in the interview, right? It was about scheming wide receivers open. And he talked about, not running rub routes and different mesh concepts that you're probably going to see, especially on the outside, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm excited to see, is about actually getting players the ball in motion. And I feel like Jalen Tolbert's that kind of guy. If you give him on a drag or a deep crosser, or, just kind of those routes to kind of get him while he's in motion, he can make things happen. Because like I said, it was hard for me to believe that this kid just came to Dallas and just forgot how to play football.
Yep.
He has the instincts. It's all there. We broke down the film on numerous occasions, right? And like, saying not just me, like everyone was saying it from the Senior Bowl, and people forget Jalen Tolbert was given the opportunity to transfer to Alabama, and he even said in the interview, right, he could have went pro the year prior, but he came back for another school year. So, the talent is there. I just think if you simplify things for him and say, you know what, you go run this corner route and just beat your man, this is what we're going to do, then I think he's really going to have an uptick in our offense next year. Because I broke down the film in a second video that I did when we played versus Chicago. He was just out there, but he wasn't even focused in any of the schemes. He was more just like a backside guy, but Dak wasn't even looking his way. So I feel like the Cowboys did a real bad job last year of getting him ready and getting his confidence boost to start the actual season. So I'm excited for Jalen Tolbert in year 2.
My thoughts is this on Jalen Tolbert, man. I love the fact that Jalen Tolbert believes in himself.
Yeah.
And I also love the fact that Jalen Tolbert feels, I ain't going to speak for him, but I will say this. I got the feeling that he felt like he was hindered, right?
Yeah.
And Jalen Tolbert is a guy who really didn't play. So it's like, if he feels he got hindered, I'm curious to know what CeeDee Lamb really feels, because he had 1,400 yards. So if you're telling me a 1,400-yard receiver is telling me, oh, West Coast, I might think I could have got another 300 yards. Well, bro, that's 1,800 yards, bro.
Right.
So you telling me CeeDee Lamb, like in amidst all this, and you know what's crazy? Even though we were kind of like talking and kind of giving our jabs, we still had to give him some shine, because I'm like, bro, the crazy thing about it is, despite all the craziness was going on, most of the time y'all figured it out.
Yeah.
Like most of the time y'all figured it out for the most part.
Average 30 points with Dak Prescott on the center.
Yeah.
But but listen, it's like they say the 95% matters so much until the 5% matter more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we would be good 95% of the season into them 5% moments.
Yep.
In those 5% moments were the difference. Think about this. The Jacksonville game. Bro, it was really only a moment. Right. Well, guess what? In that moment, you try to run the same route concept on the same side, back to back, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, whose fault is that? And it's crazy because, and I love Jalen too, because I always like to ask a petty question when we do interviews, like something to just really kind of test the tell. So the question I asked him was about these wide receivers, and the cool thing about it is he didn't cause one. So he why you gonna get mad at me? You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me. You didn't do it. But he got to speak upon his brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And I tell him, I say, bro, see, I mean, Dak had 15 interceptions last year, man. They killing him out here in the social media streets, man. But let's just be real. The film said wide receivers, touched the ball like 6 times before it went into the quarterback's hand, man.
Yep.
Like, what type of things are we doing to simplify that? Because on film, it kind of looked like y'all was trying to read defenses in the middle of running routes.
Oh.
Yeah. Green Bay. And here's the good thing I liked about the interview as well. I feel like West Coast said, I feel like his confidence wasn't broken, because that was my biggest concern.
Yeah.
Like, damn, we could break this kid's confidence, because, like I said, think about our Southern Miss, right? Our guy who we traded up for, Eric Scott Jr. Go watch Jalen Tolbert versus Southern Miss. He was barking all game. He was rocking the baby. He was in his grill. Like, I cannot be stopped. You know what I'm saying?
I got a little bit of it right here, Tuck.
Yeah. So it's like, so I didn't want for look at this, y'all.
Is that our guy Eric?
Yeah, that's Eric Scott. Yeah. And so and Jalen was chippy last year, man. He was, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I was worried about, was like, hope the Cowboys did not break his confidence. So it sounds like they didn't. So, this year I'm expecting Jalen Tolbert to really boost. Like, I'm really thinking that this year, y'all, he's going to get his opportunity, and I feel like the Cowboys are going to lean on him. And he mentioned, being in the Dak house, you know what I'm saying, being in the Dak yard, working with Dak. That's my one thing I said that I would have did differently with him last year, is that, you got to handcuff yourself with Dak Prescott at all times and get that favorite. You should never allow Dennis Houston to even get that close. You know what I'm saying? So
Stop it. Don't you do that to Dennis Houston. Listen, Dennis Houston came in, and guess what? Dennis Houston understood how to read defenses. Now, I'm going to tell you, the cool thing about Dennis Houston is he wasn't able to put that together when it came to the field. But listen to me, that wasn't his fault that pair of pants fit when he first tried them on. You know what I'm saying? That's not his fault. That's more on.
But as a third round pick, I'm not allowing that because, we did the videos. Dak was speaking very highly about Dennis Houston. So if I'm Jalen Tolbert, I'm getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? So wherever Dak is, I'm in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I thought you were saying, like, he can't let.
Oh, no.
I thought you were saying, like, he can't let them.
Now, when Dak started speaking about Dennis Houston every interview, if I'm Jalen Tolbert, nah, bro, like, Dak, we staying after camp, we doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm tying myself to Dak Prescott. I'm not letting this undrafted guy leapfrog me and become my QB's favorite. Like, I just wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm like, Dak, I'm gonna have to stay on your couch a couple nights, my guy.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come to your room.
I'm gonna tell you, the one thing I like about Dak though is I feel like if I was on a football team with Dak, like I feel like I could get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could get Dak to throw me the ball. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I feel like, you know what I'm talking about, boss? Like, I feel like I could probably get Dak to throw me the ball. Why? Because Dak he do have favorites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He do like guys, and it's not even guys that I was gonna say that are necessary, because I was at training camp every day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to sit up here and say that Dennis Houston was looking like a better receiver than Jalen Tolbert. Dennis Houston just looked like he played for the Dallas Cowboys longer than Jalen Tolbert. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Dak said that he's where he needs to be.
He just looked like he looked like he had been on the team.
Let me jump in real quick, because see, this is kind of perfect timing from based on, because I'm gonna say it like this. I think it was impossible for Jalen Tolbert to be successful under Kellen Moore last year.
I just said that right now.
So check this out. Yeah, and I totally agree with you. So this was me and Landlord last week. Listen.
Tolbert, I think they got Tolbert right. I think Kellen Moore messed up Tolbert.
Well, I'm talking about in regards of him replacing the production. That didn't work out. Because they thought it was going to. That's what I'm saying.
They thought Kellen Moore and him together was going to be able to make up for it, but they overestimated the complicated system of Kellen Moore to a new odd receiver. Because see, with the point that you're making is a key point, because people might not notice, but Tolbert only really been playing football for 5 years. No, for like 6 years before he was drafted. So he wasn't even like us who've been playing football since we was in the 7th grade, and some of us 5th grade, 6th grade, 10, all of that. He was somebody that picked up football late in high school. Yeah. So when you throw on all these complicated terms and how to read an NFL defense at a new odd receiver, he couldn't make that transition.
See, I'm still high on Tolbert. I think Tolbert finna go off. Too. But I'm just saying, real talk, I really do. But I was just wanted to make that point. That's mismanagement on the front office aspect, because they put him in a position thinking that he was going to replace all of this production. And that was an experiment, like you say. Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports. That was a Stephen Jones experiment that didn't work out. You see what I'm saying? So, and
that's why we got to keep our eye on this left guard, and that's why I refuse to be Mr. Pie in the Sky ass optimist dude. I'm not gonna be that dude. Man. It's too many times. It's too many times that they have let us down with a goofy idea that we all saw coming.
Something a lot of people don't know is, I started playing football 11th grade of high school, so I was still learning.
Late, yeah.
Like,
from speculation to confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. From speculation to confirmation. Because I was speculating when I said that last week. But then you heard him say it. Now listen even more.
when I was at the Cowboys. I'm still learning, coverages and how to identify certain things. And when I was in college, my OC and wide receiver coach, Michael Smith and Major Applewhite, they really kind of took me under their wing. That obviously I had the talent and the potential. So they took me under their wing and kind of like fine-pointed and taught me some important things that I needed to know at the level that I was playing at, obviously. So I wasn't playing, the biggest schools. So, I was put in spots where I would play 1, 2, or 3, and I would be there just depending on the game. Like say for instance, Ark State plays man coverage. I can go out to the outside and get some go balls. Then we go play Troy. They like to play cover 2. So I go to the slot and take the middle of the field and just rip it apart. So it's just little stuff like that. They use me in different ways. So transitioning to the NFL, obviously I had to become much smarter. As far as, I'm late playing the game, I'm still learning, route techniques, coverages.
Bro, that's crazy, man. We should slap Kellen Moore.
How to identify, disguises, all type of stuff. And obviously just working with other guys and learning from them helped me. But as far as going through the process, that's one of the things that I had to learn. Obviously, new offense as well is just me being able to play all the spots and stuff. So I came in, I play every spot. I'm not just locked in as an outside or slot receiver. And so that's a strength of mine, is just being able to move around and do that as well. So I think, that was the transition for me from college playing at a smaller school to go. And I feel like people, think about you play at a smaller school, the competition is, obviously, in certain aspects, the competition is not the same, but I still play people that, were at bigger schools that came down because they weren't playing up there, or we played a big school. I played Tennessee, I played Nebraska, played teams like Coastal Carolina was a powerhouse at once upon a time. So, I've played big schools, whatever. Obviously, it's not Alabama's, but
yeah.
But hey, you got off on Tennessee though, boy.
Nah, wait a minute. Look, I was finna piggyback off of
It is funny. It is say you went up on Tennessee, boy.
Hey, he did though. He went off on Tennessee, man. He out there working. But I had asked him about that too, though, man, because he was like I said, I had asked him that question. He played at South Alabama, so I was just trying to see what the difference is. I didn't really know. That was new information to me when he said he only been playing for since 11th grade in high school. But just when he was talking about the things that he had to get adjusted to, like he had to learn to do this, because they had set things for him to do based on the film study. Like
Hold on real quick though, because I want to go to something real quick. That's why I played that whole clip. That's how I know Jalen Tolbert finna go off. See, let me make a case, because last year Tolbert was in a freakish receiver class. It was not a normal class. He was in a freak class.
Right.
And he still, according to the Dallas Cowboys, had a grade that was equal to Sam Williams in a deep class.
Yeah.
And now...
And think about where he would have been in this year's class, boss.
Oh, he would have been top 3.
Yeah. He would have been up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He would have been top 5 easy.
Yeah.
In this year.
Right.
This is the point, though. We was speculating, all of us. We was all speculating. Because it was like, because I was just using my common sense. I was like, he been playing football as a junior in high school, but within 5 years, he's supposed to be able to read an NFL defense.
Right.
They failed him. But see, I was speculating. But then when you hear him say it from y'all interview, you like,
there it is.
There it is. So that's why a lot of people don't know how big this is for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think a lot of people get the depth of what West Coast Landlord and HTM got today. I don't think people get how we basically just opened up a whole new opportunity for our offense just with the absence of Kellen Moore, because now I went from 95% to 120%. What's your thoughts, Wes?
Man, it's almost like a cancer, man. Like I know there's people that's dealing with real cancers, but just figuratively speaking, it's almost like a cancer, man. Like Kellen Moore definitely what does a cancer do? It goes into the body and it manipulates itself and pretends to be positive cells, and then it turns them into negative cells. You know what I'm saying? And like that's kind of like what Kellen Moore did to our, that's what he did to us. Like, bro, like he made us just good enough to not really get over the hump of what we always wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's why I honestly, my first video after losing to the 49ers was my video. Appreciate you, my boy, common sense with the $10 super chat. My first video after we lost to the 49ers was simple. I said the Dallas Cowboys have to make a decision. They need to pick Dak Prescott or Kellen Moore, but they have to make a decision right now. Because the game and then the skill set, I mean, the scheme of what Kellen Moore wants to do, and then what Dak Prescott is, and that's neither no. I ain't gonna lie to you. I believe that Kellen Moore will be successful somewhere else. I believe he will. Yeah. I just don't believe it's gonna be successful here because, to be honest with you, to a degree, Kellen Moore was successful here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost in the second round of the playoffs. Yeah. But the reason why we don't feel that we were successful is because we took our car in for a clank, 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 clank sound. I paid $900, and when I leave, I hear clank, 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 clank. Bruh, what the hell? So we can't we're not excited because you lose to the same team the exact same way. What do I see now? I see that cancer no longer being in the organization. I think the greatest thing the Cowboys could have done in the long time was get rid of Kellen Moore. I think that I mean, and I'm gonna tell you the two travesties now, honestly, is like, bro, why did you, knowing that Kellen Moore was like this, why did you not keep Amari Cooper? Like, it make it more even sense to keep Amari Cooper. Listen to me. Amari Cooper really to Kellen Moore should have been more important to Dak Prescott. Because, bro, Amari Cooper can actually do what you asking these wide receivers can do, bro.
Read the defense, right?
Hey, real quick, shout out to Dakiato for the 3 draft entries. I appreciate you.
Yeah, but like why would you, like, it almost like Kellen, like what he was Jalen Tolbert described is you need a wide receiver who is cerebral, who is smart, and almost a quarterback running down the field. Mm-hmm. Right. You had that in Amari Cooper.
You had that.
You had that. CeeDee Lamb had to develop into that.
Right.
Gallup has not developed. Think about this. Gallup has not developed in that. He just has a skill. CeeDee Lamb developed into it. But it took him, think about this. It took CeeDee Lamb to week 8 to the Green Bay Packer game, bro.
Oh. Right.
And he messed that game up.
And here's the crazy part, right? Kellen Moore wanted his players to mold to him versus the Dan Quinn who molded to his players.
Like he was the bad bitch. like I'm taking you to lunch. Hell out of here, man.
Wait, one person cook at a time. 2 people can't be cooking because it's just too much. I can't handle all this food.
But yeah, but that's exactly what it was. It was like Kellen Moore had his philosophy and his ideal of what he wanted his offense approach to be, and he wanted his players to adjust and adapt to his thought process, right?
Yep.
Versus Dan Quinn came in and said, you know what? I'm going to find out what each individual player does best, and I want them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Dan Quinn didn't come in with this saying, well, we're going to run a cover 3 regardless. He said, you know what? I got Diggs over here locking up. We're going to play a little bit more man. You know what I'm saying? Michael Parsons, even though we drafted him as a middle linebacker, I'm just going to unleash him and tell him go get the quarterback, right? I'm going to put my players in a situation to do what they do best and win. Kellen Moore didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And just like what Coach just said, the one person that Kellen Moore had that really fits his mentality and what he wants to do, they sent him to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So,
adapting to your personnel, man. He failed to do that, huh?
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, wait, real quick, because we getting done bad. It's over 300 or 400 people watching on all of our channels. Okay, It's only 72 likes. Hold on, real quick. We gonna take us a pause, cause see, I noticed this. I noticed this when y'all was doing content today. And this is what I gotta say about that. I said it is lurkers in the Dallas Cowboy Nation. I just double checked the likes on West Coast Cowboy, Henny, and Landlord interview. It is sad how many people got that content live, but didn't even hit the like button. But you know what? Some people just forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like my homie here would say, one of my homies was like, man, my bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was like, yeah, I forgot to do that.
Hell nah. I appreciate you, but listen to me, man. I be watching these videos about these hogs, and I be watching all these random videos, and guess what? They be liking all that. Be having 3.4 billion likes. You go
Yeah.
watch a cat surfboarding, it's gonna have 6 billion likes, bruh. Listen to me, Cowboy Nation. We just gotta be better.
Right.
Just like
Yeah.
we just gotta be better. Point.
Yep.
Like we gotta be better. Like
Yeah.
this is social media.
Yeah.
This is the only way this thing works.
Right.
And here's the thing.
Hold on, real quick, Tuck. I got you. I promise.
Yeah.
Lurkers, dog.
Yeah.
Listen, because I want to camp out. Just real quick, Tuck. I want to camp out because I didn't like that happen today.
Yeah.
Don't be a lurker. And see, this one thing Landlord said, and I copied from him, and I know this goes across all our channels. Mm-hmm. First of all, we want y'all to subscribe. But more than that, we want you to support. Mm-hmm. If you can't hit a like button, you are a lurker. You are not a support. We need people who value what happened today. Because let me say something real quick. You did not get this from the mainstream media. Mm-hmm. And you won't.
And you never will.
You won't get the real questions that you got today from the mainstream. Even listen. And this, let me put the camera on.
No, can I tell you what you're gonna get from the mainstream? Exclusive. DeAndre Hopkins has thrown Dak Prescott under the bus. Is he throwing him under the bus? I'm gonna let you know right here. Make sure you guys come back because you know we got a couple 400 heads in the building tonight. So I just want to make sure. Did DeAndre Hopkins?
They'll be liking that. They'll be smashing that button for that. They'll be smashing.
Bruh, I'm a real quick. I'm
up there, please, and brought Jalen Tolbert on there and asked good, solid questions.
Solid. It was the
and
best interview of the year.
And they want to talk about DeAndre Hopkins. And why listen to me. The reason why DeAndre Hopkins didn't mention Dak Prescott is because DeAndre Hopkins knows that the Dallas Cowboys have we just got Brandon Cooks. There's no reason for us to be interested in an acquisition like that. And you got to think like this. Now he wants to be on a team that's realistically talking about it. And he just saw what the Cowboys did to Odell Beckham.
Right.
Like, ain't nobody dumb, man.
Right, yeah.
It's just funny how everything that isn't all you got to do is not mention Dak's name and you're hating on him. Like what? We ain't gonna make this about Dak, but hey, my boy Jalen Tolbert has some great things to say about Dak. He said that Dak Prescott.
Oh, I got it. Hold on, I got it.
He said in life.
No, I got it. But see,
I bet you they ain't said about Jalen Hurts.
We've been hogging from Henny. Let's get Henny up in here, and then we got you, Tuck. I got you.
No, I don't say we getting back to this real content, bro.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man. But I'm just finna say we were talking about him not getting the key players involved. You know, in terms of personnel, we talked about the contrast with what Dan Quinn did. And like you were saying, Dan Quinn played majority cover 3 in Seattle, came here and played majority cover 1, year 1 in 2021. Well, what people do not know is that Dan Quinn played almost 60% cover 2 this year. He made even a bigger adjustment this year. He saw what worked and made a slight adjustment to this year. So, you know, I said all that just to say Kellen Moore was not doing that. For one example, Dak Prescott is one of the most efficient quarterbacks in terms of play action. When you use the play action, he's money. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. In using that. Where did the Dallas Cowboys rank in play action? I want you to take a wild guess.
Probably the bottom.
Probably dead last.
They're in the middle. They were 13, but that was Dallas Cowboys as a whole. This counting the Cooper Rush games as well.
Oh hell no!
Then you go turn around. You see the Eagles were the number 1 team in RPO pass attempts. Do you care to guess what the Dallas Cowboys were? And we know that Dak Prescott can do that because we saw it during his rookie year. Care to guess?
Probably like 17, 18.
We were real low. We only had 43 RPO pass attempts the entire 17-game season.
Right. Hey, that's pretty. Hey, Henny. Henny. You want
What's
to know
up?
something that's a huge? You want to know something else that's a huge telltale on why you had to get Kellen Moore ass up out of here? Let me tell you the reason why. Let me tell you why, bro. Listen to me.
Talk to me.
You gave Dan Quinn a 5th-round pick, and that boy gave you Deion Sanders' offspring. You gave Kellen Moore a 3rd-round pick, and I'm on YouTube asking him questions like, bro, you think you're gonna be able to,
Right.
add to this season? Or just think about this, bro. Like, think about this, like, bro, like, look at the
Cuz gonna get
resources,
do an
bro.
interview with us.
Listen to me, but
That's
I'm saying,
crazy.
look at the resources that he's wasted, bruh, and the
Yeah.
money we put into the offense. We have spent so much money, bruh. We wasted freaking Amari Cooper. We wasted him in his prime, bruh. You
Ezekiel
freaking
Elliott.
you develop. Think about this. You develop Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson should still be here.
Right.
Like, you develop these guys in your offense that you're not even benefiting from, bruh. And the cool thing about the game is you have one of the higher paid offenses in football. So it's like, bro, we paid guys, we drafted guys, and guess what? What did we get? I'm going to tell you, we got you on offense. The guys who were 1st-round picks balled. And guess what? In football, in paid football, that's not a come up. The come up is when you find guys like Bayron Bland. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys why you never found diamonds in the rough on offense, because they don't get chances. Think about this. Malik Davis was waiting all his world, waiting for the opportunity to touch the ball in a playoff game. And oh my God, the football god said, Tony Pollard, today you're only gonna run 4 plays, son. Malik Davis got up in there and said, here's my chance. I'm about to run a ball in the NFL playoff game. And do you know they didn't hand the ball to that boy one time?
Oh.
But you know what Dan Quinn did? Let me tell you what, no. I'm going to tell you what Dan Quinn did. Dan Quinn said, oh, there's this rookie in training camp. I know y'all love Jordan Lewis, but goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what that be like. You know what he did? He ran with that youngster, and he gave him an opportunity, bruh. Kellen Moore don't even do that, bruh.
Not even
Like, you had to get him out of here, bruh. You had to get him out of here, bruh.
Wait.
I was finna say, think about Israel McQuamo getting to play in a playoff game out of nowhere.
Order.
Yeah, and he played good.
Wait.
He played good.
We're crazy.
Wait. First things first. Now go ahead, hit it. We had to clap for West Coast on that one. God damn! Wait!
Hey, he went crazy. He out there cooking.
No, he was cooking, bro. He was cooking.
Hey, what is that? What is that, man? That's teriyaki?
Oh man, I think that's some steak and potatoes and shrimp and crab. Man, that boy was cooking. Go ahead.
Whip it up, Quay. But no, I definitely agree with you, man. Damone Clark. Listen, Damone Clark came back from back surgery and came out there and produced for you.
Got more reps than Jalen Tolbert.
Got more. Hey, so listen.
Hey, think about this. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I'm on defense, I don't really care where. If Dan Quinn is my coach, I don't care where I get drafted.
Right.
You wanna know why?
Yeah.
Because as long as I ball, Dan's gonna play me over that 1st-round pick.
Yep.
He gonna do it.
Yep.
And Dan's gonna pay me. He's gonna play me over that guy that needs to play because he got paid or he's trying to get paid. Dan don't care about that, bruh.
Right.
Like, he don't care about that. Think about this. Your offense at one time with Kellen Moore, think of these 1st-round picks. Lael Collins, Ezekiel Elliott, Tyron Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper. Bro, that's 5 right there. Zach Martin. Bro, there's only 11 players on offense, bruh. You had 6 that were in the 1st round.
Yeah. Hey, we got to get Tuck in here, man.
No, I'm good. No, I'm just
Okay. Go ahead. Keep cooking, Wes. Keep cooking, then.
Man, listen, bro. I'm exactly what Boss Cowboy said earlier today, and you summed it up in one word. It's like I'm excited
and mad at the same time.
I'm pissed off, bro, because I spent a whole lot of money, bro.
Yeah,
we went to the damn games. Tuck, we stood. Listen, Tuck. It was not raining in the 49er game. It did not rain. But me and Tuck stood in a freaking driveway, getting
Got
rained
sick.
on by air conditioned Freon for an hour and 40 minutes. Am I not lying, Tuck?
Just so
And they
y'all can
made
get
us stand there, bruh.
just so y'all can see y'all team walk out the hotel and get ready for the game. And y'all didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do to give y'all content, bro. I was sick as a dog when I got home. You know what I'm saying? But I agree, man. I feel like that's the biggest frustration. And for me and Boss specifically, we tried to warn you about the hole in the tire before the season started. Last year, man, we sat down with Jay Novacek. We pulled up interviews with Mike McCarthy. Like, yo, you're on a flat tire. You got a flat tire. Nah, Tuck, you fine. Like, bro, it's flat. You need to fix your tire. And we just kept rolling. And we got to San Francisco and just boom. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that, Tuck. Let's talk about that. See, because that's important what you just said. I don't want to glance over that. This is where us as fans, see, West Coast says something that I never forgot about a year ago. And we was talking about how to be a real fan of the Dallas Cowboys. And there's an adult way how to fan. You do not fan with fake hope and optimism. You have to be honest about what you see, call it out so we can improve. Everybody that have relationships know no relationships work unless both parties are going to be open to their problems and work to fix them. If there's anybody,
i.e. Bobby and Whitney.
i.e. Bobby and Whitney. And see,
that's why they was perfect together.
Let me and see, I took some from Tuck. Tuck says something. See, also when you talking about us as the community, we all work way too hard to cap. And Tuck said that. Like, no, when Tuck stayed up to 4 a.m. for no identity, when I did 15 videos about Kellen Moore and the danger, y'all thought we was playing. West Coast was the first to call out Kellen Moore. Y'all thought he was tripping. And y'all used to go to our channels like y'all just some YouTubers. But guess who was right the whole time? Wes, Henny, Boss, and Tuck. And others. We're not discounting the other people. But the reason I want to do the show with these four, I know these four put in major work to sound the alarm to try to win a championship.
And not just us sounding alarm. We had clips of Mike McCarthy saying he's sounding alarm. Mike McCarthy was saying out of his own mouth, y'all, he doesn't like the option routes. We had the clip the whole live.
And you know what's so gay? And you know what's so gangster about Kellen Moore?
Hold on, Wiz. I just want them to finish.
My bad.
I was gonna say, so we did a whole show on Mike McCarthy being against the option routes, right? But it's like, I felt like if you're in-house, they don't pick up on that because they're not thinking of it from a football point of view, right? But me and Boss leaned up in our chair like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? He don't even like what's going on. So what is really going on? So it's like, people got to understand, it's like, if we about to go on a road trip and we on E, we're just telling y'all we need to put some gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? Now you can have faith and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Just ride along, Tuck, perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Be ride or die. But me, I'm like, nah, bro, stop at the quick trip and let's gas up. And that's all we're trying to do. And unfortunately, like everyone's saying, it cost us. And that's the hard part about it.
That's the hard part.
You see Ezekiel Elliott no longer on the roster, knowing damn well that cost us. You saw Marty Cooper get traded with him. We're sitting up there in Dallas and him not even getting involved in one-on-one coverage because of Kellen Moore's scheme and philosophy. Like, those things hurt y'all. It hurt. A lot of energy, like not just content creators, y'all who watch the channel, we put so much energy, and to sit back and say, this guy is going to hurt us when we get to this level, and to see it actually transpire and for it to happen, it's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Bro. So
that's why I said today.
That's probably why you should have.
That's why I said today. It's on you, Wes. That's why I said I'm happy and mad at the same time. I said that when y'all was interviewing because it was just so much confirmation. I was getting happy and mad at the same time.
Well, here's the crazy part. Oh, sorry. Here's the crazy part. I did a video on the Dak Prescott's interceptions where I literally told y'all when and where they're going to happen. Because me being in Kansas City, I can predict when the comeback routes were coming. It was when we're on our own side field, and I highlighted that to the point where I was in San Francisco. I put my hands behind my head, and I was like, here it comes. And damn right, it went to Michael Gallup. It was a misconnect, interception. You know what I'm saying? So it was just so frustrating. It's like, we can see these things. Why can't he pick up on it and notice the trends? I even did a video when Stephon Gilmore, before he came to us, he's like, the Cowboys like to run the same plays. So if they call it once, more than likely they're going to call it again. So I picked up on their trend, so I was able to jump the route. And it's just like, come on, fam. Like,
hey, I'm just gonna say real quick, you saw that when Jalen Tolbert was talking, he made sure to mention that they were not going to have option routes and stop routes, inside of the scheme of the offense. When he was dissecting what they were going to do inside of the West Coast offense, and that boy, his eyes lit up when they got to talk about that new system.
He did. Yeah. I think I have that here. Here it is.
Obviously, it was more not only option routes,
but like, how do you feel your comfort level running like a West Coast? I know like those are concepts a lot of people use, but for the people that don't know, can you like elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean West Coast more is down the field, so
West Coast more down the field. See, first of all, shout out to you, Hit It. Come on, before we play this.
Yeah. Y'all was heating up. Oh, here we go.
Say, them questions today, like, and see, these dudes ain't trained. They ain't went to journalism school. They ain't did nothing, but they knew what to ask. Hold on, they knew what to ask, though. Look.
What the difference is, but like, how do you feel your comfort level running like a West Coast? I know like those are concepts a lot of people use, but for the people that don't know, can you like elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean West Coast more is down the field, so just being able to push the ball down the field to go along with the run game, and then be able to piggyback off the down the field and come in more. I think previously,
oh my God,
it was more not only option routes, but it was more intermediate stuff, slants and stuff like that. Where now,
kill it.
We can kind of push the ball down the field because we have the players to do so. And
because we have the players to, man, listen, I promise you, I'm doing about 4 videos on this.
Only that, but then, I mean, the new system kind of allows you to play much faster, less thinking. So that'll be helpful for, a lot of guys to just be able to go out there and be confident and just play instead of, going out there and then, having 20 different things to kind of process. And
I'm going. I'm leaving. I don't even want to hear no more.
Hey,
yes,
man,
I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Listen to me. I want to say.
I'm gonna take a pause. We got plenty of time.
I want to say this. I want to say this real quick. Man. Like there's a lot of people. Hey, listen. There's a lot of people that watch content, but like for the people who support content, man, this is one of those moments. This is one of those moments that you can actually, you can actually look at yourself in the mirror and say, I was on the right side of history. You understand?
Yes.
And I'm just like, listen to me. I'm irritated. I was like, I didn't know how I felt about the interview yet after I got off of it. I was just like, all right, bruh.
Whatever. Like, I was over here like, touchdown. Them boys killed it.
Like I was somewhat in my, like you said, I was somewhat in my feelings, like, bruh, like just kind of like shaking my head, like, like you gotta, like, you'll never get the gratification because honestly, I don't want the gratification of a pat on my back when it cost me all these seasons. I want the gratification of someone's listening, bruh. Right. Just listen, like, you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, so I mean, so think about this, right? What we done as a Cowboys community, just with the 4 of us on this panel, it's not include anybody. We got Mike McCarthy saying he wants to run the damn ball more.
Yep.
And we got Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys players saying they want to get rid of the option routes and make things more simplistic. Mm-hmm. That's what we've been saying.
Give me like 5 more minutes.
It's not like we've been making up these things. These are things we trust and see with our eyes. When West Coast got these hats on, run the damn ball, because he believes in the philosophy, and Mike McCarthy believes in it too. I just did the Schottenheimer video. He believes in it too, to establish an identity. And the same thing with these option routes, y'all. It was a huge problem in Dallas. Now, the average casual fans doesn't understand it, but if you've been supporting us from day one, this is the end game of the movie. Like, this is the final chapter. This is the final credit scroll and everything, because you've seen it start to finish. You know what I'm saying?
They just go to a multiverse now.
DC
You know what they're gonna do now, Tuck?
DC Universe.
You know what they're gonna do now, Tuck? They just gonna go to a multiverse.
Yeah. Kay the Conqueror changed the timeline, so we gotta go back to that San Francisco game 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, think about this. Think about this.
But hey,
think about this.
I ain't even finished playing that clip, bro.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Why did they go?
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying.
Ahead,
what was the purpose of the multiverse? They used the multiverse to change things in the current verse, right? And there was every universe had its alternative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, right? We got Kellen Moore out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes you sit back and I sit back and I look at somebody said about Zeke getting released, right? It makes you think did we? I don't want to put no negative juju out there.
Go for it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like we made a lot of changes, bruh. We made a lot of changes. There's a lot of change to this offense that's going to happen next year. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't have Ezekiel Elliott. Kellen Moore, obviously, that is something that, we felt is a change, but it was a good, needed change. My question now is, how is this team going to respond to so much change? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I've always said the Cowboys, part of the reason why we don't play good coming out of bye weeks is because we don't, when all that change happened, we start moving. My question now is, with all this change, versus it be a positive or negative, how are the Cowboys going to respond to it, man?
I'll answer that, and I'm gonna drop a video on it. But I think what's going to happen is going to be a cultural shift for not only the Dallas Cowboys, but Dallas Cowboys.
It has to be. It has to be.
I think
we're finding a situation where our defense is our identity.
Yep.
Thank you. And they don't sell jerseys, Tuck. They don't sell jerseys, Tuck.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see not one Mozzie jersey walking around. But guarantee y'all next year, and we saw that last year when Dak went out, our defense really stepped up and was carrying things. Like, they did their job. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Right.
So I feel like when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, it's gonna be our defense is our identity. We're gonna have a top 3 defense. If we have a top 10 offense, which I believe we are, we'll be perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you kind of build a new identity. You know what I'm saying? So
hold on real quick, y'all. Shout out to my boy Rome, my boy Cole, all the other content creators in the building, landlord. I just want to make sure I show love to my content brothers that's in here, man. Always good to see y'all.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you something, Tuck. I'm gonna tell you something. How you say a whole culture change?
Eagles content creator on Boston. He didn't understand what an option route was.
Hey, Tuck. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, Tuck. I'm gonna tell you.
Wait.
Listen, man.
You good.
All season.
Hey, listen. I'm real quick on the Eagles content creator, man. They only how many? Put it like this. How many Eagles content creators was at the draft? That's all I want to know.
We're not doing that. Hey, man, let's get back to this content, bro. Because I see the distance. Here we go, man. I want to get back to this, dog. Because hold on.
Let me say something real quick.
Can I just finish my thought? I'm just saying, if you don't like West Coast, you could have listened to Jay Tuck. If you don't like Jay Tuck because he had a suit on, he was too professional, you could listen to landlord crazy ass. And then guess what? If you just wanted to just trap the whole draft out, you could have listened to goddamn landlord. Bro, you had options. You had options.
Wait. All right, let me pause it real quick.
That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Henny.
Come on over here to death row.
Nobody.
Come on over here to death row.
Hey, first of all, I ain't nobody studying no Eagle content creators. All they do is eat chili. All they do is eat cheese steaks and
They're talking about that.
Hey, my youngster was at the draft. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? Eagles content creators, 12 years in the game, barely going to the draft. Knock it off, bro.
They need GoFundMes, my guy. So,
Henny, how long you been doing content?
Under a year.
And you went to and you made that trip to the draft.
Yeah, but Philadelphia is big city in America. You know that? No, that's for real. Like they're the poorest.
Man, listen, I ain't finna listen to all this set tripping.
I live in Texas.
No, I ain't finna do it.
I
Back
get
to
money.
the content.
I live in Texas. I live in Texas. So
back to the content.
You know, having 20 different things to kind of process.
Wait, so we ain't gonna go over that. See, it's still some Kellen Moore apologies out here, and a lot of y'all are the lurkers.
Yeah,
y'all
they all
the
hate
ones,
Dak
y'all
Prescott
the
too.
ones that don't want to hit the like on none of our channel. Yeah, cause see it's still some Kellen and see some and yeah. And a lot of the Kellen Moore apologies are still the mainstream Dallas Cowboy media. Show list. Those are the people that's hoping Mike McCarthy don't succeed.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you, and you know, also, boss, those are also guys who discredit anything positive that Dak Prescott does. Because the only way that you can have that much love for Kellen Moore is if you are not crediting the things that Dak Prescott does as Dak Prescott. Because Jalen Tolbert just basically told you that Dak is. Think about this. Can I say this? And I promise I won't interrupt nobody else.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
You sure?
Boss is like, I'll take you up on that.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Now you rolling though.
Hey, think about this.
You could
think about this. Is there a chance that Dak could actually be better? And that if Jalen Tolbert feels he's been held back, I feel like if we get Dak drunk and with a big old stogie cigar, maybe Dak might start talking. Because my thing is this, man. If a guy who's not playing, who didn't play as much, feels that a system held him back, I can only imagine what Dak had to go through just to be as good as he is.
Right.
So imagine you taking those restraints off of him. Bro, Dak might actually get better.
MVP.
Might actually just
easily. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, hold on, real quick.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on.
No, go for it. Who first?
I can't interrupt nobody else. So god
Who
dang it,
first?
I'm done.
Who first?
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, okay.
I got you, Tuck, after that.
Just real quick. Like, hell yeah, Dak Prescott. Listen, and listen, hell yeah, Dak Prescott gonna have MVP numbers, man. Listen. The last time this man was healthy. Yeah, man, listen. The last time this man was healthy and played 16 games, he threw for 37 touchdowns, was third in completion percentage, was fourth in touchdown passes across the entire NFL. And guess what? Our fan base did not even vote the man to the damn Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? So and that was with Kellen Moore and his option routes. That was with Kellen Moore not utilizing play action as much as he should have. That was with an offensive line that was at the bottom of the NFL in pass protection. People don't talk about that. Last year we were 28. The year before that we were 22nd. So of course, you get the offensive line right. You move to a system where the ball can come out of Dak Prescott's hands. He ain't got to worry about the receiver running the right route. Yeah, that man finna go crazy.
Hey, go ahead, Tuck.
I was gonna say, boss, do me one quick favor, man. Post that video clip you about to play up just for a second, but don't play it.
Okay.
So
wait, time out. Tuck, I apologize. Whatever you about to show, I apologize. Oh, my bad, Tuck.
Nah, you good. Post the video.
Who or asset that you feel that you bring?
Pause it real quick. Now, does this look like you got to be
having
inside
20
the
different
building?
things?
My fault.
Does this look like you got to be inside the building to get content from players?
No.
Nah, I'm in my garage.
Exactly.
I'm in my kitchen.
Exactly. So what this people need to understand is the Cowboys YouTube content space, we are making moves and we have connections to players to get y'all content and exclusive interviews as well.
Damn, Tuck, you is being extra petty today.
No, it's necessary. It's very necessary.
Yeah,
see,
I feel like
coffee.
No, that's real. Go ahead. Elaborate.
Here's the problem. Because here's the problem. When we try to warn people about the signals that the Cowboys are putting off, we're just viewed as just nobodies or guys in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that we talk to people, we talk to players. Y'all see me on Twitter, y'all see me online, y'all see what West Coast and others people are doing, right? So we have our own connections, right? So it's like, listen, we're not just shooting stuff at and the one thing that we always do when we talk, we always provide y'all context with the research as well, alongside with you know what I'm saying? So we had everything outlined. We're not just being emotional and saying Kellen Moore needs to go and can't justify the reason. We're explaining it. So I wanted to kind of show that because, listen, you're seeing Jalen Tolbert with Henny, Landlord, and West Coast happen today, right? You saw me at the NFL draft. You seeing players on the Final Word draft show. Like, we not just these little nobodies anymore. We actually moved the culture. So,
and that's so epic. Let's see. Let me go back to this video. I'll never get to it. Here we go. Because it's so juicy. Trust me. I'm going to do about 5 videos off this one interview y'all did. I promise you that. Listen.
Instead of, going out there and then, having 20 different things to kind of process. And
wait, what do you mean you had to process? See, this is the worst part about this. Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot of fans already calling him a bust, and it wasn't even his fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have a chance, bro. He didn't have a chance.
He didn't even have a chance, bro. Right. It's no way he should have been in a system that complicated and only been playing football 5 years. That was not his fault. Right. That you had to be a physics major to play in our offense. You had to read the defense, and then people was like, he was offsides. He's confused. Because he's thinking about 20 damn things.
Right.
Hey, that's what I asked him too.
Kind of process.
That's what I asked him too. I said, because football at its basic form is supposed to be a pretty simple sport, bro. Like, you killed football has never been known as the smart sport, and I'm not hating on nobody. But if you said what sport has the dumb jocks, everybody's gonna say football.
Facts.
They're not gonna say basketball. They're not gonna say baseball. They're gonna say football, bro. So you're telling me that football is complex? What?
Hey, let me get back to this, bro. Here we go.
Going out there and then, having 20 different things to kind of process. And
man, that's what we've been saying. We've been saying this.
Look at my comment in there. I say I'm done.
It's faster. Like, if you thinking, you're not being fast. Like, I played wide receiver many moons ago, But if you thinking, you can't be as fast as you would like to be. It's just you just can't. You trying to diagnose what to do, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be as fast. But one thing I do want.
Wait, can y'all handle a couple of more clips, or do y'all gotta go?
Let's go.
I got like 10 minutes.
All right. So since we only got 10 minutes, we got 2 clips. Dak Prescott or politics? Which one y'all want?
Politics.
Can we do both?
He says, I got to be smart. Those men that are telling. He says, got to be smart.
Politics.
Those men are intelligent. I'm sorry. That's where I disagree.
Hey, real quick, I want to say something real quick. Because I'm not saying that football players are stupid or smart. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is football it's kind of like it's one of those unchangeable sports. Like, have you noticed that everything that they tried to add to football has failed? Like the RPO, they tried to bring it in there, but that messed in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that football is.
I just can't stand people that listen slow. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I'm not saying
like,
that.
Bro, he clearly was saying that the game is simple, and Kelly Moore made it complicated.
Yeah. He made it complicated. You know what I'm saying?
So then West Coast give a very articulate metaphor, and y'all still miss the context.
Right?
God damn! Like
when all of us play football, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Like that. Like, this is the. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry, Tuck.
No, you good. You good. Like, yeah, like, bro. Man, anyway, play that politics.
Yeah, let's play the politics,
if you
bro.
If you walk up to a 6-year-old corner, if you walk up to my son right now, and I tell you, hey, get in DB formation and press boss. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna drop his butt. He's gonna drop his shoulders, but put his hands. He's gonna get right in front of you. And guess what? If you go ask a 26-year-old corner in the NFL the same question, you're going to do the exact same thing, bro.
See, Wes, you talking to a lurker, bro. See, that's a lurker. I'm certain you talking to a lurker right now because nobody that's stupid, bro. See, that's a lurker. That's the same type of person that didn't hit that light. I promise you. Because, see, that's the type of person that's they'll listen to this whole show, try to find any error, even though it's full of truth. Man, I ain't wasting my time on a sucker like that. Here we go.
Sports, I appreciate the super chat. They say our wide receivers out there buffering. Yeah, they was out there thinking. So.
Yeah. That's why people don't understand how big this interview was. This was truly the interview of the year, and it happened on the underground. And see, if the mainstream media was worth their salt, they would be referencing what y'all did. But they not. They go They go ignore all the nuggets like they always do. Cause like Tuck was right. We've been showing them, not only us saying it, Mike McCarthy saying it, Emmitt Smith saying it. I done showed them what Mike Irvin said, Troy Aikman said.
Jay Novacek.
You know
Jay
something?
Novacek.
Hey, you know what, boss? This is gonna be one of my final comments, but one of my line of comments. You know what the Cowboys also did? Praise God, man.
Montana, that was you going that west? Okay, you're not a lurker.
Hey, you know what they also did too, though?
My
You know what
bad,
they
bro.
also did, boss? You know what they also did, boss? They put Daddy back in charge, bruh.
Oh.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I know I'm about to get canceled when I say this, but you know, I'm old school. I ain't never heard of no offensive coordinator getting a big piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard no offensive coordinator. I've never heard of a head coach saying that he doesn't like something, and then the very next week they continue to do it. Like, that is weird, bruh. Mike, listen to me. Kellen Moore flat out had more power than a guy that made more money than him, had more responsibility than him. That was just and the only reason why he had it was because he was before him. We are back. We are back in proper structure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Right.
Daddy get the big piece of chicken. That's how it works in my opinion.
I think it's
I
entire
was gonna say,
staff
like-
that one player. Oh God.
I was just gonna say, like, Mike McCarthy like won a Super Bowl, right? He's a Super Bowl winning coach.
Right.
Yes.
All right, okay. Did he have a like? I was sure he called plays in Green Bay, right? He had like top 10 offenses for a decade.
Yes.
So
Worked with
why
all
were we refer?
FABs.
So why were we referring to Kellen Moore, who was a backup quarterback, doing on-job training? That boy was an intern.
I'm gone. I'm leaving.
I'm
leaving.
And got turned down for every head coaching job he applied for.
And then took the same job in another city.
Right.
Yeah, nah.
Think about this. I'm gonna tell you the biggest indictment on Kellen Moore. The biggest indictment on the Kellen Moore is this: while you were screaming that he was a guru, when you put him out there the chance to see if what you were saying, the world said, we don't see that. We don't see that.
For young,
we don't see the guru that you
say.
say.
They can write their own check. Young offensive coordinators, they can write their own check in the NFL. He kept getting sent back for a reason. So I guarantee those job interviews, they're probably like, okay, so what are you running again? All right, so okay.
You think Kellen Moore regrets not taking that Boise State job?
Nah, he getting paid. He getting paid. Yeah. See, but I want to say something real quick.
You gonna put up
See, this is why I'm at war against the goody fans. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like some of y'all. I mean, that is, listen, cause in the off season, it's a whole lot of people. They mad right now because we was telling the truth. They mad because they want to be hopeful, and they get mad like, I don't like this channel. Jay Tucker's negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, no. Jay Tucker was loyal. He was loyal.
Yeah,
Wes was loyal. We was like do people don't understand? And I'm gonna get to all y'all super chats too. People don't understand that when we talk against the first place offense, we was always risking growth for truth. Mm-hmm. That's what people don't understand. We knew that people didn't want to hear it, but we was sounding the alarm anyway.
Hey, can I piggyback on this real quick, Mike? Let me say this real quick, man. To piggyback on what you're saying, you're not a good offensive coordinator.
I just want to hear my effect. We was sounding the alarm.
Oh no, that's a whole damn hurricane.
But that's what we was doing. And see, that's why I say I'm at war with you goodies. You goodies, all you want to hear is, hey,
boys.
Yeah, we them boys. Somebody they literally called another channel and said, that Boss Cowboy Sports cried me a river. Because I was killing Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? You know, a lot of these fans though also, man, they're putting all their hope in their hope and their happiness into a thing, right? And when that thing doesn't matriculate into what they believe it should be, they're extremely let down. And like as much as that may sound, kind of throw it off, but that's what you see with fans with Dak Prescott. That's why some fans, it's just hard for them to vibe from, or hard for them to rock with it, because they've already put their investment into it, right? So it's like,
we don't invest. Like we don't invest.
Exactly. Exactly.
Forget the investment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you guys, that's
they
why.
investing their heart into it. They ain't investing their time and the energy. They ain't looking at stats and film and shit.
But
they
hey,
just
but I'm gonna be honest with you though. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if you do that, then listen to me. If you're investing all your time into it, then you have an onus to just tell the freaking truth, bro. Like, why are you gonna do all that work to lie? That makes no sense.
You want to run. If you're getting ready to go buy a car, you're gonna look under the hood and everything.
You gonna do everything.
Like, nah, bro, this tire pressure, this engine don't look right. You're gonna be concerned because you're about to make an investment. That's the same thing for us. So when I'm sitting back looking at it, like, bro, we spend so much money, time, energy with the Cowboys. I'm sitting at this brand new model car in this offense, thinking, nah, I checked under the hood. It don't look right to me.
Right.
You know it don't look right. I need to see a little bit more. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
But listen, you cannot be a good offensive coordinator if all of your success is tied to your quarterback playing.
Right.
If you go from first to 26 because your quarterback goes down, that means your quarterback is good and you are riding his jock strap. So hold on. Let me just say this. Look around the NFL. Look around the NFL. Did the 49ers fall off a cliff when they lost their quarterback?
Nope.
When they lost their
Did
second
the Ravens?
quarterback?
Did the Ravens?
No, they didn't.
Did Miami?
No,
Kinda, but they came back.
Hey, they were still making plays. They still won a couple games. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you can't go. Listen, you should not be 25 spots worse without one player. When Dak Prescott was out there, you were the number one offense, averaging over 30 points, and you were number one offense. With Cooper Rush in there, you were the 26th overall offense. Same thing happened, and we saw this again in 2020 when Dak Prescott only played 5 games. Right? We saw him score. Listen, this man averaged 6 points his first 2 games without Dak Prescott in 2020. 6 points. He averaged 6 points. So you mean to tell me you had Andy Dalton, you had all these other quarterbacks, and you couldn't do anything.
Danucci,
you know what I'm saying? So
Cooper Rush,
Danucci, and I'm not saying that they're great quarterbacks.
Gilbert.
And I'm not saying
you had enough.
But you had enough, especially with the offensive personnel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had Amari Cooper. You had
right.
Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? You had Cedric Wilson.
Man.
So you had the same exact offense, that you went crazy with the very next year when Dak Prescott came back, outside of the quarterback. So you mean to tell me with that offensive personnel, you couldn't muster up more points than that? So that's the thing.
And
go ahead.
No, I would just think about this, man. The 49ers have not really changed much about their team since the last time we played them and lost, bruh. That 49er team that we played looked like the exact 49er team that we lost to in AT&T Stadium. And me and Tuck was at both games. The only difference is, I'm going to be honest with you, in 2021, I kind of thought we were going to lose. Just being real. It's 2 years removed. I can say it out loud. Tuck, and I'm a snitch on Tuck.
No snitching. Nope, we ain't doing no snitching. I ain't hearing nothing. I ain't hearing nothing.
Hey, Tuck, we was both standing in the same bar. Don't y'all blame me. We was both standing in the same bar.
Tuck can't say that. I ain't hear Tuck say nothing.
No, not this last. Listen, not 2022. I'm saying 2021. I'm gonna tell you why 2021 is because 2021, that game at AT&T, I didn't feel good about that game. I'll be honest with you, because we could not stop the run to save our freaking lives that year. And you got to think, just a month before that, we had to beat the Las Vegas Raiders in overtime, and this motherfucker couldn't even get a first down, bruh.
Because
in overtime.
It's because we did exactly what I predicted. Donations, man. I appreciate exactly what I predicted. Is that remember?
You get what I'm saying? Like
we got beat by the Cardinals, and I
don't cut off Tuck. Let them finish.
Got beat by the Cardinals, and I said, what they're gonna do is they're gonna give us a filler game and boost everyone's confidence to get them confidence going into the playoff game. That's what they did versus Philly. and I still didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't feel right when they put up all them numbers versus Philly. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like I said, y'all, I feel like Kellen Moore is moving on. Wish him the best, but you know, I feel like we're gonna be in a much better spot.
Way better. All right, listen, y'all. I'm gonna just say this real quick. We's not gonna finish, and you can tell
What
we're
did you
not
say
gonna
about
finish.
the 49er game?
No, we ain't doing that. Hold on, Wes. We ain't doing that. Man, we ain't doing that.
What did you
We
say,
ain't doing.
Tug? What did you say?
Oh
What did
my
you say, Tug?
God, bro.
I knew.
Why you trying to get him to snitch on himself like you
Because
snitched on
Tuck is
yourself?
a real ass Cowboy fan, and I like hearing real stuff. What did you say, Tuck? What did you say?
I knew we was tough when I dropped them 2 Cowboy readers on myself when I walked down. Like this is gonna be a wrap, bro. So,
Was that a bad omen?
Yeah, man,
it wasn't that it was a bad omen, but listen to me.
I dropped both of them on myself with all white. It was a whiteout. I had a brand new Ezekiel Elliott Vapor jersey and dropped 2 margaritas on me.
Hold on real quick.
And we still had Cowboy fans that said they can go.
No. Say, bro. Hey, kick this dude out. Bro, we got shooters over here. He said, damn, boss, shut your ass up. You talk too damn much. Couldn't hear the interview. Okay, kick this motherfucker out, bro. Nah,
hey, boss, don't trip. Boss, listen to me. Let me tell you
No. Shooters, handle him, bro. I ain't gonna let none of y'all come over here disrespecting me or none of them. But you sure ain't gonna disrespect me.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
I need all the moderators. This dude right here, I don't never want to see him again. I ain't gonna never let y'all ever be comfortable to disrespect me or anybody on this panel. Ever.
See, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm gonna tell you this right here before I get up out of here. My boy Finesse 2 times said, you know what I'm saying? It's cool when he do it. It's a problem when I do it. You know what I'm saying? Also here blocking folks like a mug and getting most of. I block a person and they in my inbox. Oh my God, what's up? Oh my God.
They're not in your inbox. They're in our chat box.
Bro.
Like, damn, where's up?
I'm just saying. How boss block you and get more subs?
Hey, maybe I do it in a player way, but this is the deal.
I don't know.
I want the shooters.
Shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
Yeah, so the executives, the moderators, shoot them. We don't do that over here, bro. It's gonna always be respect. And y'all gonna respect each other. I'm gonna just say that right now. Hey, nah, you ain't gonna be coming in here like you that comfortable. Never. All right, so listen, we got plenty of content. It's a long off season. It's plenty to unload. We might have to do this next week sometime. So let's go ahead and just kind of close this out. Cause see, we got politics that we could have talked about, we didn't. Dak Prescott, he said, man, when I tell you y'all killed that interview, man, I swear to God, that interview.
Watch the interview, y'all. Go watch the interview. You know what I'm saying? Go watch the interview because it's big for the community. Like, this doesn't happen in other communities, I promise y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No.
A good interview, and it really puts our community in the spotlight. Because you know what I'm saying? They conducted themselves, they asked great questions. They didn't ask nothing off the wall like, yo, Kellen Moore, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that, bro. Like, so we showing like what we're capable of doing. And like I said, we pull it because if not, we would never got these answers. You know what I'm saying? We never got these answers. So
hold on real quick. So since you gotta go West Coast, we'll start off with you. You know what I'm saying? Just giving your thoughts on just kind of like the interview, everything we've been talking about, just how you want to sum it up. It's on you, big dog.
Man, first off and foremost, man, shout out to for my boy Landlord, man, for reaching out, doing his part, bruh. Like we did the Izzy McQuamu video. We did an Izzy McQuamu interview a couple weeks back, and we put the challenge out there to get some guys on there, It's quality because, we always get opportunities. I think we always have opportunities to talk to people, but you want to have quality content. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have content that you can kind of use as like a time stamp. You know what I'm saying? Because now we've confirmed, because of this interview, some things that we all knew was true. So it lets me know that, they put Kobe on this world to shoot jump shots. Maybe it was my calling to do this content because it sounds like we know what we're doing. You feel me? So praise God. I ain't gonna listen to the haters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of encouraged. I'm gonna end it with Snoop. I'm gonna end it with this. What Snoop Dogg said when he got his start. He said, I'm always encouraging people, but you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. I'm actually excited that for the first time I listened to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew what the hell I saw at training camp. from different guys like Jalen Tolbert and Deron Bland, and and even just run the damn ball, man, and just run the damn ball. So I'm actually encouraged that that I didn't allow myself to get persuaded in changing anything and just rocking and just doing what it's supposed. So I'm gonna be selfish and say, man, West Coast, congratulations, bro, you did your job, man.
Yeah, and also
That's
please tell everybody where to find you, anything that you got coming, so you can obviously promote that, big dog.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, man, listen to me. If you got a show or a platform you want your boy West Coast to get on, as long as I can make it and get some audio, I'm there. I should be doing a show with Law Nation tomorrow. I should be doing a show with. I try not to call him my cousin, but I be so proud of him and call him. I try to be professional and call him HTM Sports, but that's really my little cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. I should be doing a show with him at some point tomorrow, and and then shoot, me and Jake Tuck. Listen to me. Jay Tuck has actually gotten to that era where I talk to him so much on just regular life stuff that I just be done. Sometimes you just gotta have people that you don't do shows with. Why? Because you just talk to them all the time. You know what I'm saying? And Tuck and Boss are like those guys. Like I will talk to them in real life way more than I actually do contact with them. And it's just that's just our relationship, man.
Yeah,
that's just our relationship.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all.
Man, appreciate you, man, and good job today. Fire questions. Very, because you answered the questions that a lot of us want to know. So, Henny, man, we gonna get to you on them final words, big dog.
Yeah, man, not too much, man. I just appreciate y'all for showing love, inviting me over here, to the channel, having this panel with me. And oh shoot, man, I'll probably be live sometime later on tomorrow. We usually try to get in a show around noon. My our time, Central Time, usually be me, Wes, and Landlord. So tune in for that. Then of course, man, the liquor store will open, about 6:30 tomorrow. So y'all can come get drunk on the Dallas Cowboy content with me. And I always tell my folks on the way out of the liquor store, man, to drink and drive responsibly. But if you see an Eagles fan in the middle of the road, you have my permission to run they goofy ass over.
And you giving 15% on shockers, not the pro clubs, the shockers. You gotta be specific. We had a little situation last week. You know what I'm saying? Had a little situation
the devil is into details. So West Coast is right.
The devil is into details. You hit an Eagles fan, it's 15% off shockers, not pro clubs. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna be a little bit long-winded. I'm excited for a lot of reasons. First of all, I'm excited because I got a chance to investigate the homies. That just felt good. Cause see, I investigate. Everybody know that's what I do. That's my thing. I break down these interviews. I'm a good listener, and I bring that to the nation. That's my lane. But when I was listening to my brothers on this interview, I knew within 15 minutes I was gonna have to do a response video. And I'm excited because my brothers are new media. And like Jay Tuck said, they didn't take a backseat to nobody. And I'm gonna be honest, they got more information than I heard in the last 3 months from Mike McCarthy, from Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones. They confirmed more positive information than I heard from anybody on .com, from the underground. I'm proud of that. I'm just proud. I was proud to be in the chat. I was. And this was really the best interview ever, if you know what you're listening for. This interview confirmed we going in the right direction. It confirmed that them option routes hurt Tolbert. It was too complicated, but it also gives me hope that we also might be able to see Turpin. So for everybody that been, why don't we see Turpin? He has a 4-2. He can. Yeah, you go see him now too. It is so much that opened up today. So much that I told Tuck today, I said I'm mad that this is a slow period.
So why release Zeke? I'm sorry for cutting you off. God damn.
That's another topic.
I know.
That's a whole nother show. Like I'm telling you, that it's 5 shows easily from this one show y'all did. Easily. Like I know I'm gonna be working, breaking down the nuggets of this all week. I called the OC today. We was gonna finish our series on depth at guard. I said we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. This came up, and this is just bigger. This is bigger. So that's my second thing I want to say. My last thing that I want to say as I kind of finish this up is the detailed, determined fix. Don't let that part of what he said go by you. He said that we are in a detailed, determined fix. What are you fixing?
That's good. Something that they've all acknowledged, something that they've all agreed was broken.
Right.
So the Cowboys have acknowledged, and think about this, they verbalized.
How you gonna take my final word? No, I'm messing with you. Go ahead. No, you good. No, you good.
Hey, because I was just thinking out loud, like, dang, maybe the Cowboys even. Why would he they verbalized that to them? Did they say that?
That's something that he even put together his own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's been preached in house. That sounds
detailed.
Like a coach.
But yeah, that's
you say that one more time, Chuck. Say that one more time, Chuck. Say that one more time.
Preaching in the house.
I'm saying that sounds like something that Jalen Tolbert wouldn't just come up with himself. That's something that's being preached in house. That's something they put up on the channel, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Up on
the whiteboard.
Yeah, the whiteboard. Like, this is what we're focusing on this offseason.
Detailed, determined, fixed. See, don't let that go. Yeah. And see, you're right. That is a Mike McCarthy whiteboard all day long.
All day.
Just what are some things that you feel that could just simplify this thing and get us back to just football, just wide receivers getting down the field, getting open? Because talent-wise, man, I don't see a wide receiver. I mean, there's some wide receiver rooms that got some ridiculous number ones, but there ain't too many wide receiver rooms that got number 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. You know, so
yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, I think it's just more of a detailed, determined fix as far as what we're trying.
Oh my God. Who told you that, brother? Oh my, I'm mad at myself because I should have been like, bro, who told you that? Who told you that? You in South Alabama. You better play. You better stop it right now, boy. Boy, stop it right now, boy. Stop that right now. Who told you that? Who told you that?
And real quick, before we get to
tell me in my ear. Who told you that?
Your final word, J Tuck. I gotta get all these super chats. It's just 5 of them.
Go ahead,
let me get to real quick. First, Coach Moss said, "Boss, didn't I tell you 2 years ago that the players didn't believe in this offense?" Yes, you did. And that interview they did was for you. You know what I mean? See, people don't know how big this interview was. It was confirmation for people like Coach Marv that was speculating. So it went from speculation from Coach Mars to confirmation. Speculation today became confirmation, Coach Marv. So then another super chat. It's gonna be quick, y'all. And then we'll get your final word. I just want to get to all these super chats. This is something that I'm also doing now. For some of these super chats that we miss, I will get to them at the end now. So just because sometimes people talking, you can't just stop them in the midst of what they're saying and take a super chat. So I just put these to the side and we come back to them. So what up, fellas? Keep pushing. I'm just waiting on the grass. Appreciate that, Coach Marv. Amp also with a super chat said, a lot of OCs would love to have the roster we've had. Exactly. Then we got
Lamar Jackson would like to have a roster we have. He'd like to have the offense we have.
Landlord says, so the DC universe, yeah, that's what y'all stay tuned. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be contacting a lot of my brothers. Just it's beautiful, man. Just the relationship that we have. Put it like this: this is the DC universe. The fact that they did that today and we assembled like that. That's the DC universe. And it's spontaneous content. And we did that, and we're going to be doing more of that. Y'all see, that's coming. Then we got another super chat from Common Sense. He said, Tolbert remembers the coverage of multiple teams from college, but Kellen Moore Prince did not help him understand. Bro, see, See. Didn't help him understand the sad facts. Kellen Moore's a product of front office. Look at all the players' years wasted. Goofy. See, listen, bro. That's why I said today as I was watching that interview, I said I'm happy and mad at the same time. And see, this is my last super chat. Then it's on YouTube. He said, how Wilson looked since he left. Hello. And he was talking about Kellen Moore.
So yeah, I'll end it, man. First and foremost, I'll say, man, I'm super proud of y'all, man. It was a great interview, and what I'll say is, like, when y'all do something well, it's a win for all of us. You know what I'm saying? So, like Boss said, like, I was watching happy. My eyes was lit up like I was on a show, and that's how this show happened, right? I called West Coast. West Coast like, hold on, I got Boss on the line. We connected and said tonight we going live. It was just, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just the power of our community,
Universe.
So I love to see us pushing in the right direction. You know, salute to my channel, man. We just got 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Congrats.
like, you know, things are moving the right direction, and I just feel like you're not going to get these types of questions, these types of content. You're probably not going to read no articles about this tomorrow. You're probably not going to talk about it because they wasn't focused on it like we were. Like, this has been almost a whole year in the making. But since I dropped the No Identity video and we've done all these shows, so it's like, I love to kind of see it come to closure. And I'm excited for Jalen Tolbert. You know, like I said, I scouted him early last year. Very talented, high motor guy, extremely talented, can high point the ball, deep threat. He can do a lot of different things. I'm excited to see him utilized in our offense. So, you know, I'm happy that he's getting, you know, keeping his confidence. And I'm excited to see what he's going to do in our offense, man. So, you know, Cowboys Nation, man, we got a long off season, but we're going to get there. But, like, this is what we're about in this community, right? I always say we all in the studio just trying to put a hit record together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got Drake, we got Kanye, we got, you know, Beyond, we got all of us. All of our ideas are coming together, and I feel like this was our hit record today, and we putting the track out, and the streets gonna love it. So salute to everybody. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.
Man.
Indeed.
All right, man.
Hey, I'm gonna interrupt y'all for the last time to tell y'all, never look down because the stars up. Hey, shout out to my boy Boss Cowboy, man, for putting this show on, man. You were definitely a blessing, my brother. And also, man, I appreciate my boy Boss Cowboy for understanding, you know, that content creators, when we have big moments, we're supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Boss Cowboy, you got a big show, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? J Tuck got a video. He's on Instagram, bro. I'm sharing it. That's what it is. Like, and listen to me. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know. Sometimes I don't watch it all the way, but I share it all the way. You feel me? I do share it all the way. It makes there somebody else does it. So content creators supporting other content creators is the jazz for 2026. I mean 2023. I'm bad.
They said 2026. Like, damn, you in the future with it.
We got 3 years until we get started.
I want one of them hats though. Hell, you mean I want them J Tuck hats?
It might take that long, but we gonna get there. The DC universe, we gonna make sure that happen.
Facts.
I'm out of here.
Peace.
Y'all make sure y'all support all these brothers' channels. Make sure that y'all go like every one of these channels, man. That's just part of it, you know. Share it. Great job. Great day for the community. Yes, it is slow to some, but it's not slow to us. I will be back tomorrow with my boy Landlord. And likely we're going to have to probably do another show sometime in the future because we didn't even finish all the nuggets. So y'all stay up, man.
Yeah, we're going to spin the block.
Yeah, we're going to spin the block. And then me and you, Henny, we got our own show to do. You know, so we go still schedule that. But much love, man.
Indeed, brother. Appreciate y'all.